Hey, VCers and Beatle people out there. Going to do a quick announcement, show some records real fast. As you all know, on November 10th, the new Beatle tune that was written by John, uh, many moons ago on his piano at the apartment in Dakota, which is now called Now and Then, is being released on the 10th. There is a video that we just dropped about an hour ago of the full song. Yesterday we got to see a 12-minute mini documentary on the actual collaboration with the remaining Beatles and using either a technique or some slide guitar from George to put this record together. We also hear from John's son Sean, John and Yoko's son Sean. We hear from Paul, but I'm really impressed with the way they were able to lift John's voice that was only on a cassette that he recorded on his piano, like I said, in Dakota. And the piano and the voice were merged together sonically. And Paul had indicated back when they were doing the anthology series that at that point, they ran out of time. They were thinking about putting that together, part of the anthology, which was Freebird and True Love, which were the two singles that came out at that time. But this record now, because of the technology developed by Jackson from the Let It Be sessions, he also was the director and probably screenwriter, producer of Lord of the Rings. He developed this technology that is able to break down the tracks and make it hear sonically as if it was recorded yesterday. So they have the vocal track, they have the piano track as separate entities, and then Paul and the team working with Paul could actually remix this song, and it's called Mal. The technology is called Mal, and I don't know if that is a tribute to Mal Evans, who was one of the Beatles executives and roadie and et cetera. But if you look up Mal, look up the technology, you'll be able to deal with that. I'm not, trying to remember all these things, but I'm going to show My Beatles Red, My Beatles Blue, which is coming out concurrently with the single of Now and Then. And I predict, obviously, it's not a big deal. That's the Beatles' next number one. That's going to hit all the charts. It's going to blow Taylor Swift out of the water, who's ever number one, Beyonce at the point. Here is the actual advertisement for the. You can see that there. Now we're getting a red expanded edition, which is 3 records, and we're getting a blue expanded edition, which is 3 records. It's also available in a complete box set for about $150. The single is a 12-inch black 12-inch single. On the B side is Love Me Do, which was the Beatles' first single. So it's pretty cool that they're doing the last and the first on the same record. There's also various variants of the 7-inch single: clear, blue, maybe red, definitely black. The cover art is the same, and I'm going to put a link to these pages. Also put a link to the mini documentary. Also put a link to the new release that happened about an hour ago on YouTube and other sites. I'm a little late to the party. I did order the 12-inch. I haven't ordered the blue and red yet. I'm thinking about it. It's just more stuff that I think, honestly, I'm not going to play. I have all the box sets. I have the 218 remixes, which is what this is going to consist of. I'll just say here, expected 11:10. It has 12. The red has 12 additional tracks, which was from the original red, which I'll show. Let me see what they say about the blue. The blue also has additional tracks, and side 6 of blue will have Now and Then 2023. A lot of the mixes are originals, and some of the 218, 220, there's also 223 mixes from Revolver, I believe. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get that. I probably will get it. If you look now, a lot of these box sets have come down in price from their original list price of 150, 149 or whatever. I suspect this will be the same with this one. So if you can hold off on getting the red and blue, you may be able to get a deal through a record chain, through one of your record stores, or through an online, through an online broker. I'm sure the price is going to come down because I think there's a point now where people are saying, I have all these records, and the completists will need to get it. I was a Beatle completist, but in this case, I'll wait, or if something happens, I'll pick it up. I really want to pick it up just to show it on the channel as well. But I will get the actual 12-inch, play that, listen to that. It's going to be interesting to see what the Love Me Do mix sounds like as well. But here's the original red. But this is not just an original red. This is a Japanese red. I'm going to show you that. But what's cool about it is with the Japanese, this comes with a complete booklet, 12 by 12, high glossy booklet. And there's the then, and there was the then, but at the time now. But if you could see here, you have a really nice booklet. And you do not get this with the American. The Japanese vinyl records have a lot of goodies. I believe this is the first pressing of the Japanese LP. Sounds good. It also comes with a discography. God Save the Queen, God Save the King. 1962 to 1966. Again, we all marvel at what the Beatles accomplished in a mere 4 years. It's just incredible if you think about it, and the things that weren't even released that were on the anthology. Here's the discography, which is a really nice booklet. This is only in this Apple Japanese edition. I'm not sure if this is a first press. Here are the inner sleeves, which are identical to what was in the American, but it's a waxy paper. And here's that beautiful red apple. And like I said, these are really enjoyable. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get the red and blue right now. I may wait. But I definitely are getting the new song. Here's the apple, green apple. And here's the insert. That's also with the original domestic. I don't have a UK. Here's my OG. These records, the red and the blue, were one of the greatest compilations ever put down. And I think it turned a lot of folks onto the Beatles records, and they would re-engineer themselves back. That's what I did. I was really introduced to these records based on my age, really introduced to all the Beatle records on these, and the mixes on these are great. These sound really good. Here's the inner, and I haven't pulled these out in years. Here's and this is a textured paper. It's not the waxy paper, and that's a beautiful apple. And that's the then and then, but that it was now at the time. I made that joke earlier. I don't know if it's funny or not. And here we have the insert, original. And these were unbelievable. These were just rolled off the shelves. Now I'm going to show the blue. I thought I had a blue Japanese. I probably pulled it for a video and have to find it, but I do have a Japanese blue. Here's the original blue. Famous cover. I believe that's Hyde Park, or you could check it. A few of the VCers go into detail on the demographics of this record. Here's the blue label, and you can see the blue apple. These are in really good condition. But like I said, these records turned a lot of people on to Beatles. And then if you were a fan like everyone was, you would go back and buy the reissues, try to get originals. You know, at that time, you know, this may have been an 898 list or 1198 list at the time, which was, you know, high. Maybe it retailed for $6-7. But you could find early Beatle records in thrift shops, yard sales, flea markets for a few dollars. And I went back and got every incarnation that I could lay my hands on. I'm just going to show real quick the anthologies, because on the anthologies, on Anthology 1, there's 3 anthologies. There are 3 records each. These are highly recommended. All the outtakes, all the B-sides, all the alternate mixes before we had the Giles Martin extravaganzas, which a lot of that stuff originated. A lot of those tapes originated on this. We have Real Love on 1, and then I believe on Volume 3, it ends with the Real Love. Trying to find it here. And Free as a Bird. Volume 1, Free as a Bird. Volume 2 has Real Love on it. So I was kind of thought it would go that way. And here's some early photos. These photos, I believe, are this montage, either illustrated or somehow generated by Klaus Vorman. So he did the artwork for these. And these are really nice, and they're hard to find right now. I got mine online. I should listen to these. I like these better than the Giles Martin stuff, because this has early stuff, early chatter, like, you know, in studio chatter. And there you have it. I'll just pull out a record to show you what the label looks like. And it's Beatles 1. But these are glossy, very, very heavy jackets. Like I said, they're triple, so it's 9 records included, 9 records inclusive. And the good thing about when they released these records, Pete Best was able to get some money, because Pete Best's recordings are on Volume 1 of this, or Album 1. So that was cool for Pete Best to get some money. I met Pete Best. He was cool. He wasn't bitter. He signed Beatle records that he was on from the German Hamburg and Caravan Club stuff that he worked on some photos. So I got to meet him, which was cool. Here's inside alternate take of Sgt. Pepper. And you can see really nice. This is Volume 2. And these singles, Free as a Bird, the other single, Love, Real Love, went to number 1. And I'm sure Then and Now is going to go to number 1 as well. And here's Beatle Anthology 3. The last photos taken from the sessions from the Hey Jude sessions. The last known session where they were all together. Really good stuff. So I will leave the links down below for Now and Then, the new release, which is, you know, it's just amazing. Paul has played the bass line. Ringo played the bass line. I'm not sure Paul and Ringo were in the studio together, because on the documentary, you'll see they're separate. It's kind of hinted that they may have used George's slide, or Paul emulated the style of George. But we have Lennon, and just a very sad, melancholy vocal. It's more of a ballad. It's not a rocker. But they said on the cassette tape John had wrote for Paul on these cassettes, which was Real Love, Free as a Bird, and Now and Then. And now, finally, after all these years, if you remember, Anthology was around 94. So with the technology that was developed by Jackson, Paul was, ready to put this thing together. Paul says he used artificial intelligence, which is true, but it was the artificial intelligence developed by Jackson. So that's it. I want to thank everyone again. Thank all the subs. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. You'll get all my videos. And if you can't sleep, you'll be able to sleep, because it's definitely a cure for insomnia in some cases. Maybe not this case. So that's it. Thanks again. Hope you like, and let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you think of the new red and blue. Are you gonna buy it, or are you gonna wait like I had suggested? $150 plus shipping plus tax. You're looking at maybe 180 for the 6 records. Not out of line with the prices today. But if you do wait, I think those prices may come down. I could be wrong. They're not going to be out of print because they're not limited. So thanks again. Stay safe and keep rocking. And we'll see you soon. Peace, as Ringo would say. Thank you.